Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick run of how to get data from a SQL Server database. So I'm assuming that if you're watching this video and if you're interested in getting data from SQL Server, that you already know a little bit about SQL Server. I've already gone ahead and connected to SQL Server by going here to my list of programs and choosing SQL Server Management Studio from the list. It's kind of in my list of Windows programs. I already downloaded and installed SQL Server for other purposes, and I've been using the AdventureWorks database for training purposes. So it's the one that I'm interested in. So I've opened AdventureWorks here in SQL Server, and the tables that you see here are the tables in AdventureWorks. So by the way, yeah, I was trying to show you my SQL Server Management Studio where I opened it from. But like I said, I'm just going to assume that you already know how to open SQL Server and connect to it. So I've already done that because it might take a little longer and make the video longer. So I just went to Microsoft here and SQL Server 2022. Actually, it's the tools here that has the Management Studio. So I just clicked on this and then I authenticated my login by choosing my server name and Windows default authentication. And then it opened the SQL Server here and I see my databases here. So I want to get data for one of the tables from AdventureWorks just to show you how you would get data from SQL Server into Power BI. So I come here and I click get data, and SQL Server is one of the commonly used ones, so you'll see it here. If you don't find it, you'll need to go to More and then search for SQL Server when the window opens. And so I um, was going to click on SQL Server from there because it's one of the ones that I've used and it's in the list of frequent ones. But I'm just going to show you. If you didn't see it in yours, you'll need to search for SQL Server from here. And so I'm just going to choose this one and click connect. Okay, so once I click on that, it will bring me, ask me for my server name, and my server name is localhost / SQL Express. If yours has a different name, you'll need to copy that from your SQL server. You can see when I'm logged in here, it says I'm logged into localhost SQL Express. So that's my server name. And I'm going to come here now that I'm not going to tell it the database name, even though I know it's AdventureWorks I want. I wanted to show me all the databases in my local Express SQL Server. So I want a direct import. You can do a direct query, but I'll talk about the differences in the connectivity modes later. So I just go with the default and click OK. And then when this opens, I'm going to see a preview of all the databases in my localhost SQL Express. I currently have 5 of them. These are like a lot of these AdventureWorks, Northwind, and Worldwide Importers are kind of training or learning databases. These are the two ones that I created myself. But anyway, so I'm going to expand the arrow next to AdventureWorks to see what sort of tables it has, and I see all the tables in my AdventureWorks. So there are various ways of getting this AdventureWorks database into Power BI for further analysis, since you cannot do the visualizations that Power BI does in SQL Server, you might want to get the data from SQL Server into Power BI. So I'm going to choose just one table because from doing this in the past, if you try multiple tables, it's going to take a long time, and I don't want this video to be too long. So I'm just going to go with the first one, human resources and employee, and I'm just going to click load. And I just need to wait for it to finish loading, and you should see it here when it's done loading. So it's really that simple. You need to uh, have your SQL Server running, and then tell it the server name, and then connect and choose the specific tables that you want to get. So I have to wait for this import to complete. Um, yeah, and so once the import completes, you will see human resources or employee here, and you can import as many of those tables into Power BI as you like. But I hope you get the idea because If I try to do more than one, it might freeze and or take too long, and I don't want to do that. So give it a try on your own if you're trying to get data from SQL Server. That's how you go about it. That's the quickest and easiest way to do it. And so I'll see you in the next video. So like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and you'll get notifications when I post the next video. So see you then.